Hello everybody and welcome to the video notes for page 3 of day 4. This is the very last page of review that you're going to have to do. And the last video. I'm sure you're getting tired of hearing my voice. Absolute value. Sorry, not absolute volume, absolute value. If you remember way back in semester 1, absolute value is the positive version of a number. So these lines, these vertical lines outside the number, like that, means absolute value. And so the absolute value of 5 is 5. That stays the same. And if it's a negative number, the absolute value of negative 5 is the positive version of that. So the absolute value is 5. So absolute value is always positive. Let's read number 7. In Alaska, the absolute value of the temperature was 6. Select all the possible values of the temperature. So the absolute value should be 6. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to go through all of these and figure out which ones have an absolute value of 6. Well, negative 4, if we took the absolute value of that, that would be 4. That doesn't work. The absolute value of positive 4 is also 4. That doesn't work. The absolute value of negative 6 degrees, well, the positive version of negative 6 is positive 6, and we want 6, so that works. D, the absolute value of positive 6 is 6. That one also works. So C and D are your answers for this one. Now that we've gone through this together, you should be able to solve number 8 on your own. Okay, now I'm going to look at number 9. The temperature was negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit at midnight. The absolute value of the temperature at 2 a.m., so 2 hours later, was less than the absolute value of the temperature at midnight. Select all the temperatures that could have been the temperature at 2 a.m. Temperatures, typo. Okay. So what it's asking us for is at 2 a.m., the absolute value of that temperature was less than the absolute value of negative 4. So I go through each of these answers and figure out which ones have absolute values that are less than the absolute value of negative 4. Well, first, the absolute value of negative 4, that's going to be the positive version of negative 4, so 4. So everything that has an absolute value of less than 4. So negative 6, right? The absolute value of negative 6 is 6. 6 is not less than 4, so that one doesn't work. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. 3 is less than 4, so that works. The absolute value of negative 1.5 is equal to positive 1.5, which is less than 4, so that C works. The absolute value of 0 just stays the same, that's 0. 0 is definitely less than 4. D works. 0.5, the absolute value of that stays the same, so it's 0.5. 0.5 is less than 4. This one works. Positive 5, that stays the same as positive 5. 5 is not less than 4, so F does not work. So you would select B, C, D, and E as your correct answers. And with that, you should be able to solve number 10 using the same strategy. And numbers 11 and number 12 are problems that you've already solved before in day 1 of your review, so you should be able to solve those. If you get stuck, just look back at your previous notes to solve them.